Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. You can do the same at the Grizzly Gentleman for some fantastic beard products that'll make your beard look and smell great. You can also go to TCG Player using the affiliate link below and shop there to help support the show. And last but absolutely not least, go to greyvikinggames.com with the link below to get those sweet arena codes. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theric 6 back with some more Magic: The Gathering Arena. Today we're playing Nicol Bolas, as it is Wednesday, my dudes, and we are incorporating a couple of the cards from Midnight Hunt that I figure might be pretty helpful for the deck. Now, we have made a few changes, and I think we've made changes significant enough that I will go through the entire DeckTech. Now, with 2 Bloodchief's Thirst still. I still like having this card. It is something that can come down early. It really easily deals with mana value 2 or less things, and it scales really nicely and can kill Planeswalkers. The versatility of this card cannot be underestimated. That's why I'm still going to have 2 of them. 2 main deck Cling to Dust. The reason for this is, even without Brainstorm, Izzet Phoenix has, how do I say this, tools. And I want to be able to, how do I say this, exile cards from the graveyard and gain life from it. Obviously, this is also pretty helpful against aggro in general, because you'll be able to kill at least some number of their creatures and gain life from using Cling to Dust here. Against control, obviously, you can exile some of their important cards, or you just exile flashback things. You can exile you can just exile random cards in order to keep them off of flipping their Search for Azcanta, for example. Just a generally valuable card to have in the main deck. 3 Inquisition of Kozilek and 2 Thoughtseize. I've once again slightly diminished my main deck 1 mana value discard. Main reason for that is I wanted to make sure I could actually try out these new cards. But also because with the addition of Infernal Grasp, yes, I do have Meathook as well to potentially gain some life, but the deck does have a decent amount of losing life. And I would like to survive. So 2 Thoughtseize can hit essentially anything, does come at the cost of 2 life. Inquisition doesn't hit everything, but it doesn't cost 2 life. You get mana value 3 or less, which in a lot of circumstances is going to be sufficient most of the time in the early game. 2 Infernal Grasps. Why only 2? I couldn't figure out where to cut more. I could cut out Bonecrusher Giants, but the Bonecrusher Giants is really invaluable as a threat versus control opponents. I could have cut out some number of these, however, this acts as additional discard fodder, or discard card, as well as destroying an artifact or having 2 damage to anything, and this, of course, allows me to potentially filter through my deck, blah, 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 does cool things. So I only have 2. It allows me to just destroy a creature. I lose 2 life. Who cares? If I'm destroying something that's going to deal more than 2 damage to me, this is going to be worth the card, worth the life. 3 Meathook Massacre. I think this card is awesome. I think this card is going to be very helpful to me, because against the very blitzy decks, which is where you need that 4 mana damnation, essentially, this card should do essentially the same thing, and it bypasses indestructible, regeneration, all of that good stuff. It is very helpful to do. But what's nice about this is that it does scale very nicely. So Damnation is just to destroy all creatures that can't be regenerated thing. I'm pretty sure Damnation also has the clause can't be regenerated. But what's great about this is it just destroys things via state-based actions. So it doesn't technically destroy them. It gets past the indestructibility, and that can absolutely come in handy. Now, whenever one of our creatures die, our opponents are going to lose 1. We have very few actual creatures in this deck right now. We've gotten rid of a lot of the top-end dragons for a little bit more of that early game removal interaction. However, when opponent creatures die, you gain 1 life, which is fantastic. In situations where, let's say, you play this on turn 4 and they still have something with 3 power for some reason, let's say they did 1, 2, 3, right? They went 1, 2, 3. You play this on your 4th turn, and the 1 drop and the 2 drop both die, right? So you've gained 2 life there. Awesome, helpful. The 3/3 creature, let's say, is still on the field. The following turn, you're able to kill that, right? You've gained some life back. And what's great is that this just continues throughout the rest of the game. What's really cool is whenever creature control size. Yeah. So what's really cool about this is, even though it's a legendary enchantment, you don't really care. You would love if this wasn't legendary, because then you would This card might be bonkers if it wasn't legendary, to be honest, in terms of gameplay, because then you'd just be getting like double triggers and stuff, and that's a bit much. But yeah, this card feels great on paper. We'll see how it actually plays. 3 Tome of the Infinite. I think I went to 3 in the most previous version of Bolas I played. This card has saved me. This card is surprisingly not too random, if that makes any sense. I'm considering doing a more instant speed version of the deck, because most of these are instants. Yeah, there are a few sources in there. But yeah, I'm considering doing another iteration of instant speed Bolas. But yeah, Tome is great. 3 Bonecrusher Giant, kind of already talked about it. It hits a thing, or it becomes a thing that hits things. I already went over these. They just have a lot of versatility to them, so I like that. 2 Memory Deluge. This card's very interesting. It appears that there's a decent number of humans decks rolling around that play things like Thalia, for example. So if you're paying more mana for this card because of attacks, you still actually get the benefit from the amount of mana spent to cast the spell. It's not just, oh, I'm casting it on its front side, I have to pay 4, but because of Thalia, I have to pay an additional 1. No. Then I only look at 4. No, you get the additional. That's fantastic. So, Elite Spellbinder, putting this into Exile, you cast it for, 6? You get to look at the top 6, right? That's very awesome, very important. It's instant speed, which is great. At the bare minimum, right? Even if, one of the things I'm also considering is bringing back Kefnet, the Eternal, the zombie one. Because even with Kefnet, it's essentially just like a 2-mana draw 2, with the extra benefit from the copy, with the extra benefit of having the real version still in hand. So really like this card, has flashback, allows you to essentially look at the top 7 at instant speed. It feels good. I'm going to play it. I want to try it out. We'll see. For Nicol Bolas, the Ravager, it's a bold deck. It kind of revolves around this card a lot more than like this card, but yeah, it's awesome. It's cool. 2 Crux of Fate. Nicol Bolas is the only kind of creature that we really care about not destroying, and Crux of Fate helps us with that. It's the closest thing to damnation we have right now. 2 Nicol Bolas Dragon Gods. Very strong card. Definitely a very strong card. However, I've found that I really need, at least in the first game, to have a lot of fight against the aggressive decks. Especially right now, right after a set release, the decks tend to be a little bit more aggressive. And the reason for this, essentially, is that with answers, you essentially, with questions, with threats, you just play the best ones, right? But with answers, you have to figure out what threats are being played. So in order to do that, you either have to be very in tune with what the threats are. I'm not. I don't really play aggro. Or you got to wait and see. You got to figure out, trial and error, figure out what is the best answer for things. So Nicol Bolas has essentially to be cut down a little bit in the main deck just so that I can get enough answers. This is our mana base. I'm trying some of the new lands. I took out the 2 Drowned Catacombs for this one. I've heard it seems like this would help me to not have to deal with some situations in which, like Sulfur Falls, for example, would come in tapped. I'm hoping that in Midnight Vow we get the enemy colored versions, because I would like to play with them. Because right now, I've added these, but technically, I have not added more. I haven't added more not basic land types. I'm hoping that this is still fine. Sideboard, we have additional Thoughtseize. Comes in essentially against control. 2 Negates against control. Search Azcanta against control. As I said, the main deck really has to focus on winning against aggro. And we have ways, especially Tome, to deal with our control opponents. 2 Flunks against aggro, which is actually awesome. 2 Cling to Dusts against any deck that's using the graveyard. 2 Shadow's Verdict against aggro or graveyard shenanigan decks that do care about having 3 CMC cards. 1 additional Nicol Bolas Dragon God against aggro / midrange. Chandra control. Did I say aggro? I meant control / midrange. Chandra can't be countered. Awesome. In front of the star mounts, can't be countered. Awesome. And then 7 mana Nicol Bolas because I can. Let's hop in a little bit longer of a deck tech, but as usual, if you don't want to watch the deck techs, I have chapters enabled, and I pin a comment to the comment section, so you can just click on that once we get to the first game, and I even tell you who the match is against. So if you only want to watch me play against certain strategies, it's pretty easy to do so. I try to make my videos and descriptions and everything as convenient as possible. All right. Oops. That's a little awkward. Okay. I would have kept this, but that was an accidental click. For sure. Okay, this is potentially helpful. We're going to play Hive the Eye Tyrant into Thoughtseize here. If they have a Lord, we want it gone. Good enough. This should actually slow them down a decent amount, which is pretty good for me. And actually, this means that I don't have to shock myself. Cool, cool. So here we have a good old-fashioned Bonecrusher Giant. If they just cast the Glassbolt Mimic, I get the Bonecrusher Giant, the Shoreline Scout, in response, and they get nothing out of the Mimic. So that's nice. If they play a Lord, now I'll take the one here. It's whatever. If they play a Lord, then I kill the Lord, obviously. Interesting. Go ahead and shoot the Scout. It dies. Here I will play the Giant, I think. Being able to just start beating at them would be quite nice. Now note, I still don't have a basic land type. So my Sulfur Falls isn't looking hot. My opponent doesn't have stuff. Go ahead and hit him for 4. Or at least attempt to. See if my opponent has anything they'd like to do about it. Okay. Sure. Right, but now I don't have to attack. Why wouldn't you wait? I do hate Sphalen. I think I'm... This is legendary. They don't care about. I think I'm fine just going to second main and playing Nikki B. Yeah, these cards immediately I'm impressed with. These cards are great. I wouldn't be surprised if they got rid of this, but I just don't know what they have, so. Yep, they do get rid of that. Let's see if they have a Lord here. Following turn, they do. Okay. Following turn, I can kill this. It's a 4/5 within Shark Will. Lowers infringement to block. Okay. Let's see. This spells end abilities. Yes. Okay. So what I can do here... Do I want to get a treasure? Or do I want them to discard? Let's see. So if I play this tapped, then have this, next turn that's 6. I could have this on 7. But at present I don't have a thing to other cheese. I think I'll go with this and make an artifact. Make a treasure, deal 2 damage. Yes. Strange. I guess they could have dived down, but... Oh, they just straight up have Spell Pierce. Okay. Yeah, that indestructibility is unfortunate. So let's see, if I top decked Meathook, right? I could do this for -4. Which would wipe their entire board. It would wipe my board as well, but I care a lot less about wiping my board when I have a Nicol Bolas. Okay, so this, I assume, is also a thing that they want to cast, because they cast this, untap, or tap something, you know. Another adept, jeez. That does not bode well for me. Because this essentially is a free card. Wait, why? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four. Okay, that's helpful. Because this makes that a 3/4. I should have just made them discard. Clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm dead. It seems like they have another counterspell. Yep. Oh. Trickster, tap that. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6. Yep. Curses. Alright. What do we bring in? We bring in Flunks. We bring in Verdicts. We actually bring in the Chandra as well. We take out the Dragon Gods. We take out the Deluges. Do I take out a Cling to Dust? I might. Let me just double check. Okay. Yes, okay. Do I take out a Cling? Could take out a Tome. No, dead. I'll take out a Cling. Alright. We have more removal. Wait, did I only have 2 Flunks? At some point I had 3 Flunks. I must have gotten rid of a Flunk. Okay, first. I mean, this is functionally a 5-card hand. It's not a bad one. Sure, I'll keep it. It's very close to not a keep, but I think it kind of has to be. So Hive Tyrant next turn. Do we thirst this? Answer unclear. The fact that we just got a Blood Crypt is pretty nice, although we essentially have to play this now. So I can thirst this or I can hold up a Grasp. I think I'd rather hold up a Grasp. Because if they play a Lord, I'd like to kill it. Preferably at instant speed, which is what I'm doing. So I will still take the 2. Next turn I have access to the Thirst and the Cling. So I could Thirst here. Holding up Cling. Probably reasonable. It also means that I lose less life. Yeah. I just played the Blood Crypt, yeah, so I'm good passing the turn here. I might end up clinging to dust one of my cards. Let's see what they have here. Luckily, it's still before company can come down. Ah. That's dead. I will go ahead and cling to dust my Bloodchief's Thirst. Sure. Cool. Got a land. Got another land. Love to see it. Here, I think we just grasp this. Play this tapped. And we have two good old-fashioned board wipes in our hand. So if they go, like, runner, collected companies, which is what it seems like they're going to be doing, I have ways of mitigating that. I do also just have Hive the Eye Tyrant as a surprise blocker. We'll see if my opponent, like, recognizes that. This is absolutely going to be a collected company here. Wow. Who'd have thought? So surprising. Not a fan of the two cards that they got, to be honest. Yeah, those are like the two best cards I think they could have grabbed. That said, I'm kind of fine, like, trading. Yeah, okay, this is fine. My fear, though, is that they have counterspell. Or counter magic. Because I need Shadow's Verdict to resolve. Damn. Hive the Eye Tyrant really screwing me here. Yeah, that actually kind of sucks. If it weren't for Hive, I would be able to... Yeah, I'd be able to play this Thoughtseize. Hopefully get rid of a card, but I think I just have to throw this down, and I lose if they have a counterspell. Man, that sucks. The Hive is essentially to help against control, because you just have a nice card to kill your opponent, but... Oh, that's so incredibly helpful. Merfolk Trickster? I mean, that's still dangerous. I need, what, 5 other cards? Jeez. Okay, painful. I will cast Thoughtseize here and go down to 3. Yes! And that's why you do the Thoughtseize first. Because now my opponent has to put out the cards from Collected Company. I get to wipe them all away. Sheesh. Destroy all non-dragons. Can play this. I have enough for Cling to Dust. I have a blocker. Golf, please. That's awful. Oh, wait. I think I can still do both. 1, 2, 3, 4. Activate Hive. Then cast. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I just need my opponent to not have another tap card, I guess. Pass to attackers. Yay, they get to draw a card. Okay, we pass the blockers. We block here. And we do this. And honestly, I think I just need to draw more cards. I'm at 3. So I could go up to 6. That's still 2 hits from Svelun, so I think I have to... I have to try to get a card, preferably, you know, a creature that blocks. Kolaghan's Command is not terrible. It's just, you know, not good. Okay. Why is this a 3/4, dude? I have to hope my opponent doesn't have anything good here. Okay. Play Bonecrusher Giant, which can block and kill this balloon. Wizards, why did you have to make this name so hard? Okay. This is the correct decision for Waffles to make. Just give them more card advantage. This is not exactly where I would like to be. Is there a reason not to play this card here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look, I'm playing the card. I might need all the lands that I can get at some point. Okay. We escaped another collected company. How many have I seen? 1, 2? Just 2. That is a yikes. Nailbiters. Always nailbiters against Merfolk, no matter what deck I play. Always horrifying. Opponent slow rolling. They may have lost connection. They could be seeing if I'm a streamer. 20:45. Oh wow, I have much less time than my opponent does. I really need not these, please. And once again, I'm playing. I'm playing my cards. I guess I should be keeping them for Prismari Command. I have been so lucky that my opponent has not gotten things. All right, I'll have to keep this. Oh, I'm getting very lucky. My luck will run out at some point. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Lord Bolas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, not even enough. If Bolas dies, I have access to Cling to Dust. I still have access to Hive Tyrant. Refer Trickster to tap this. Oh, no. They have another one, don't they? Oh, okay, this is fine. This is fine. I can block the Trickster. Once... Yes, I can block the Trickster. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, even if I do. Okay, sure. I was just trying to figure out if I wanted to play the Swamp or not. I'm gonna decide not to, just so that it works with Prismari Command. I can block the Trickster. Okay. That is nuts. Okay. Okay. Trickster. Trickster. It's relatively unlikely that my opponent will have Merfolk Trickster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I really don't like the idea of putting my guard down. Okay, my opponent has no instant, so that's nice, I suppose. I could draw cards, but that'd be incredibly stupid. I think I want to grab Svelun. Because Svelun draws me cards. Yes. I think I want Svelun because Svelun draws me cards. I could also just kill this creature. But I think getting Svelun is better. We'll keep this land in my hand. Yes! Okay. Heck yeah, we got one. Okay. I don't think Negate is worth it to just hit Collect the Company. Like, yeah, they have Spell Pierce, but like, I don't want to have a counter war. I just need my opponent's creatures to die. Maybe I cut it. The Cling to Dust really helped me, but I do need to make sure I don't have like bias towards a card that helped, because it still might not be the correct thing. It might be correct for me to take out the Cling to Dust and bring in a Thoughtseize. I'm going to do it. I do think that despite the fact that Thoughtseize does hurt me and Cling to Dust has a lot of utility, I think that having a higher chance of getting under their counter magic and hitting a company is beneficial for me. Thoughtseize plus use there. This looks good. Doesn't look great, but it does look good. I think I played this first into the Thoughtseize most likely. Take out their most important card, be it a Lord or a Svelun or whatever. The fact that they didn't have that is great. Drawing a Pathway is great. We will still just Thoughtseize here. Okay. We've got Mystical Dispute. I mean, that's good to know about. That's very interesting. These things are 2/2s. Svelun's got to go. Okay. Let's see. I'm on 17. Darn's 21 still. Okay. It's good to note they're going to yeet probably the other Shoreline Scouts, I guess. They might get one Master gone? But I feel like it's correct to yeet the Shoreline here. Obviously, I don't know what this card is. They do yeet a Master. No, they can play an additional. They do. They've decided they do not care about any of that. Wow. Got rid of a Memory. Not at all what I expected. So I don't have the ability to play a Prismari Command. But I think... Yeah, I think I'm going to hold up Flunk for their Master. I'll get hit for 4. That's probably fine. Alternatively, I could play the Sulfur Falls now. No, I think I want to have the Flunk up. So they can play this, and hold up Mystical Dispute. But I do not plan on using a blue spell to deal with these cards. Take 4 here. And now I can play... I think I might just want to play Kolaghan's Command here. And by play it here, I mean wait, essentially. Yeah. Because if they are able to commit a Lord to the board, I'd rather go after the Lord. Sure. Okay. So obviously they're going to use this. But I'm essentially fine with that, because I plan on just murdering things. Another Sulfur Falls is not exactly what I want to see. I think I kill this and play this tapped. The issue is this can kill Saloon, but I think I do need to mitigate damage here. I have access to Prismari Command to kill a thing and then draw a couple cards. If they pass that real quickly, gonna Inquisition. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I'll go to 6. I'm not going to like it, but yeah, okay. I will draw 2 cards. I will kill this. I'll draw 2, discard 2. Is this a Glockenspiel? Wait, I knew about the Botanical Sanctum. Why not play it? Oh. Because these have to be... Oh, no, just a land card. Oh, yay, collected company. It's great. It's great. I have a decent number of board wipes. They whiffed? They whiffed. You're telling me right now, to my face balls, that those whiffed. That is very good for me. The issue here is I want both of these cards. Meathook can deal -3. But that number does get larger. I'll keep the Meathook. Oh! Looks like I get to have my cake and eat it. Why Shadow's Verdict now? Because I'm at 6. This is a 6 turns to die, and I don't want to deal with that. Okay. Bonecrusher Giant. That's fine. I think it is more valuable as a instant speed removal to deal with any potential nonsense from my opponent. Tome, you'll love to see it. Do kind of need more blue mana, but, you know, it's fine. It's whatever. I mean, the whiff there was pretty helpful, but I had board wipe for it anyway. Got there. That was one match. We didn't even get to see Meathook. I need to eat dinner. But at the same time, I'm here to give you all entertainment. So it'd be really great, you know, if, I guess, yeah, I'd be looking over here. Yeah, because the camera's flipped. Right, like, this is my left hand. And this is my right hand. And it's weird to me. That's like this. Italian Unlife. Interesting. I love the Renin 7 avatar, I gotta say. Looks like our opponent has a different pet than us. I've got to wet my whistle. No. Nope, not ever. Yes. I think I will. We'll get rid of the Meathook. Got a good 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably Canyon. Mad Respect. Interesting. Am I playing against Burn? No. So I have to assume that was for removal or an accident. Jeskai. And they shocked themselves. Jeskai control, and they shocked themselves for no reason. Okay. What do you have? I mean, it might not be Jeskai control. It might be some sort of Jeskai tempo deck. No, it's Jeskai control. So I assume they're just going to counter this again. Essentially, I've, like, paid 1 mana to deal 2 damage to them so far. And I got rid of a Dovin's Veto. That's actually quite nice. I'll pay 2 life this time. Honestly, I might just want to Bonecrusher Giant their face during their turn. They miss a land drop. Very helpful. We're going to see if they want to counter this. I want them to, so that I can get my Tome down. They chose not to. I missed a land drop. Unfortunate. I'm just going to cast this, to be honest. They might choose to counter this. I'm thinking about it longer. What? Okay, see, now I'm just confused. Okay. So they're Jeskai Burn? I assume this is Jeskai Burn? They missed a land drop again. I didn't. So I have a good old-fashioned Bolas. Look at the top. What the? Is this 4-color control? What? What's happening? Will this resolve? Awesome. What the f is happening right now? You gonna steal from me? Look at the top 2 cards. Okay. Most of my stuff's removal. So I have fun with it, I guess. What happened to the other card? The other on the bottom of the block. Okay. Duress. I don't hate it. Yeah. Well, they didn't have a counterspell last time. Odds are they didn't have another one. Hey, look, I got a land.
Throughout the multiverse.
What was that? What?
Let
Settle the wreckage.
weak mind
Double white.
crumble.
And a 4... I don't understand. I really don't. A lot of flashback spells because of, like, lightning axes, I guess. Main deck Dovin's Veto. Nothing makes sense to me anymore. Good avatar, worse pet, in my opinion. Oh, it looks like they're, like, actually synced. Oh, that's just rude. Huh. Sure. That said, I still have access to this, so bite me. Oh, get actually effed on, dude. Go ahead, exile something. You exile.
What's next for me?
You exiled your
You
Chandra.
have no weakness I cannot exploit.
Niv is it? You're playing 5 colors. White, blue, black. Okay. No, you're not allowed. Also, I'm gonna freaking do this. Target player, that'd be me. Blowing that up. Go ahead, tap it. I don't care. I still get to sort my cards. You do not get to be greedy and cast Niv Mizzet here. Absolutely not. Alright, Meathook Massacre. Don't need it. Hive the Eye Tyrant. What else am I playing this round? I could leave up Infernal Grasp. We'll keep the Hive Tyrant, I guess. Hive Tyrant? Hive of the Eye Tyrant, excuse me. You need top deck a green source. Because if you don't, I'm making you discard. Well, I'm plussing Nicol Bolts, and then I'm making you discard. Which will likely do the same thing. Why are you looking at my Bolas? You and I gonna have some problems? Oh, nice Ketria Triumph! Would be a shame if something were to happen to it. Let's start with a good old-fashioned plus. Thing is, I have Infernal Grasp. I will blow up anything. I see.
My schemes are never ending.
Do I have a creature in here? I do! Huh. Who would have thought? Don't have a sufficient land, though. That is unfortunate. You discard a card, I get a creature back. I would like to get my Nicol Bolas back. I would like you to discard a card, please. I assume they're going to activate this to draw 2 cards, so they get a choice of their worse. Wow, who'd have thought? That's fine. Resolves. I'd like you to discard a card, please. Yeah! Let's go ahead and play this tapped. And do I just play a vulnerable Tome? I do. Honestly, I do. I have a Nicol Bolas active. I do not care if they spend, 60% of their resources on dealing with the Tome. I guess technically it'd be more, because I didn't factor in the fact that it would cost them a card. Oh, Fae of Wishes. That's something I haven't seen in forever. Mostly because it's trash. I mean, I really don't understand what my opponent's playing. It's just like 5-color... I can't even say good stuff, necessarily. It's just like 5-color cards, dude. Wow, Ixalan's Binding. Cool. Let's go ahead and start with an Inquisition. Darn. Let's go with a Tome. Get destroyed. Tome of the Infinite. You. Oh man, alright, what am I bringing in here? I mean, this is just a bunch of, like, random stuff. Bro, I don't know. Negates, Searches, Sharons, Infernos, the Nicol Bolases, the Bolas twins. Cling to Dust, Thoughtseize. What don't I need? Bloodchief's Thirst. Meathook Massacre. Crux of Fate, even. I guess I don't need the Inferno of the Star Mounts. I don't need it. I mean, a part of me just wants to cut the Memory Deluge, but that... I don't know what else to cut. I do still need some amount of straight removal spells. I guess I can cut some number of these. You know what? Let's just not choose and do that. I believe my average CMC has gone up, though. Hopefully not by enough. Deadass never noticed these hands. Well, we have Thoughtseize, and an Inquisition, and double Negate. So I think we Watery Grave into Inquisition. Then we play a Canyon Slough tapped. And we Thoughtseize them. And take their Teferi. Why would you give me this information? This is... Okay, okay, sure. I guess these can come in to play untapped later on. But sure, whatever. I think I saved the Canyon Slough, actually. The Canyon Slough. We just Thoughtseize here. Maybe actually get rid of Niv. White, blue, well, white, blue, black, green, so they would need red still. Negate hits Teferi, so I think I'm just going to do that, actually. Next turn I play Haunted Marsh, I guess. Hold up my Negate. Hold up my Negate and my Slough to draw. Reasons why I like the cycle lands from Amonkhet. You can cycle them. Do I play a Thoughtseize? Yes. Either I remove a counter now. Did you? Disgusting. Come on, just cast the Teferi. Just do it. Just play it right into my counterspell. Come on, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Come on, do it. Nope. Thanks. The unfortunate part is I do need to draw some gas at some point. But we did add a lot more gas to the deck. This is not gas. But we have creature removal, we have spell removal. White, blue, black, red, green. So they do have Niv Reborn mana. 1, 2, how much does this cost? Ward 3? Well, that's very unfortunate for you. I do need to wait till they tap. Because they could have used like Spell Pierce or something. Yes, I would like to target that. Ward 3? Wow, I have enough to pay for it? Sayonara. Hey look, it's a search for Azcanta. Don't mind if I do. I did play the land. Theoretically, they can force me to discard, but like, whatever. This most likely flips next turn. My opponent's potentially casting Niv Mizzet? No, cycling. Gotcha. They chose those specific ones for some reason, though. Interesting. Wow, very happy that was a land, because now I can just transform this. I can't hold up 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I can't hold up 2, so I won't. But I have... Azcanta is a control breaker. Yeah, I'm fine with the expressive iteration. Iteration doesn't matter. What matters is the card that they try to cast, the card that will actually affect me. Sure. And they shock it in. And they shocked it in. Interesting. Go for a Cling to Dust. Or we can just go for an additional Search for Azcanta. What's nice about going for the additional Search for Azcanta, it just allows us to go through our deck even faster. And currently there's nothing in their graveyard that I care about. They could be playing the black-red card with Flashback. Yeah, sure, I'll take the Clink to Dust. Will I cast one of it now? Yeah, I will. I'm going to consume Narset. Garbo. Tome? I like it. I'll cast the Tome. I guess they could Dovin's Veto, but I don't really care all that much. Cool. Let's cost 3? Yeah, cool. I can do both. And they're both instant speed, which is fantastic. I'm just chilling. They cycled? But why did you shock? But why did you shock? I will never understand. Do this first. Make sure the auto tapper doesn't screw me. Oh, that's awesome. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. To 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I care about a memory lapse? Not really. No, I'm fine. That's fine. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'll probably just activate Tome here instead of using the Azcanta. Well, I don't know. Draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards. That's... Draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. These are real cards. I forgot they're real cards. Yeah. You know what? No, it's fine. Sure. You can have all the card draw you want. You gotta hold the negate. You know, you gotta be patient. We're winning on card power at this point. Sure. Yeah, I just don't understand what my opponent's playing. They're just playing like 5-color things, dude. I do not understand what's happening. What choice is being made? 20, 21. Why are you taking so long? Why do it at instant speed though? But like, why? Oh no, you have 4 cards in hand and only 2 mana. Nope. Yeah, I know it's nice. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just cast this.
I have returned. You came here with a plow mind. It is an easy thing to waste.
And also, dude, it exiles it from graveyards too. Oh my god, get destroyed. Oh man, I am sorry, opponent. But that's why you shouldn't. I love it. Yes. If this is the direction of Bolas, I'll take it. Oh, yeah, that was great. That was great. I love it. Oh man, that was great. Do I have a pack? I'm 75. Wow, incredibly rude. Anyway, dude, what's not to love about Bolas days, man? That was just a ton of fun. We didn't really get to see Meathook in action, unfortunately. Same with Memory Deluge. That just happens. Infernal Grasp, essentially, does what I want it to do. Tome has just been great. Hive the Eye Tyrant. I am considering removing, because in control, like, small steps can be the decider between a win and a loss. And yes, against control, having something like Hive can be very nice, and just having a man land in general is great. I wonder, you know what? Is there any way to do like non-basic for this? No, but for real though, can I not have basics? Can it be? Yes. Well, everyone knows I'm Satan now. That sounded a bit awkward. So I'm even fine with creature lands that are colorless. God-Pharaoh does not help me. No, because what I'd be looking for essentially is a creature land that doesn't enter tapped, but I guess has like lower utility. So I assume that would be in the colorless versions. Now, obviously, there is so there's Blakemoth Nexus, which is an option. There's Crawling Barrens, which is an option. Faceless Haven, it would not work. I would have to change my metabase way too much. So that appears to be it. Yeah, appears to be just Crawling Barrens and Blakemoth Nexus. So those are both interesting options. It does decrease my overall amount of colored mana, so I will have to double check to make sure my statistics on that are still fine and it doesn't mess up me in the early game, whereas Hive messed me up in the late game. The one that I'd more likely play is Crawling Barrens, because it also gives me the ability to just like not do anything on my opponent's turn or in top deck mode, whatever, and then just instant speed make this thing larger without turning it into a threat. And once I have the ability to protect it, turn it into a threat, kill my opponent. So you all have an hour-long Bolas video. I hope you enjoy. Please. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons for the continued support. If you'd like to join them and support the show, you'll find links down in the description. You can also become a channel member by clicking the join button, or you can sub to me on Twitch. I plan on, streaming more regularly, a little bit longer, blah, 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 all that good stuff. Again, I hope you enjoyed. I always love Bolas Day, and I hope you do too. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, all will be one.